So tell me, when does it happen? It's starting to get old. This feels like a dream and I can't sleep at night.
What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel WWE Divas collection, Renee Young. And as you can see, this is her first time in the line. We do have Renee Young in the packaging. Really excited to have her in hand. Thankfully, I was able to find one with an open hand. There are some with a clenched fist, but I'll go more into that later in the review. Really happy I have Renee Young. You can see this is the first time in the line for Renee. We can see a really beautiful picture of her. She is from the Divas moniker, if you can't read that. On the back, other figures of this line include John Cena, Kalisto, Randy Orton, Renee Young, Brock Lesnar, Kofi Kingston, Seth Rollins, and Luke Harper. Contents, one figure. Nice of Mattel to include that. But anyway, what I'm going to do now is take a little break, get her posed for my final thoughts, then we'll get her posed and out of the packaging, then we'll continue her review. So sit tight, everyone. And so here we have Renee Young posed out of the packaging. Let's actually get her standing straight up. Out of the packaging, she doesn't come with an accessory. I actually had a spare microphone lying around. So yeah, she doesn't come with any accessories, although it was a missed opportunity to include a microphone. And I know they can include a microphone. They've done it once with Ricardo Rodriguez. I don't know why they didn't do it with Renee Young, because she's not really a wrestler. She doesn't get in the ring. She does interviews. But anyway, moving on to the figure itself, like I said, she doesn't come with anything. She's just a basic figure. But really excited I found her in stores. Really wasn't looking to find anything when I went to Toys R Us, but I ended up finding Finn Balor and I found Renee Young. So just really nice figure. I do like, there's some things I like and some things I don't like. One thing I do like is that she does have a unique torso, that everything on her, from her upper torso and her lower torso, that's all sculpted detail. And that's really nice. I do like that. I do like that her heels aren't overly exaggerated, so she can still stand on her own. Something I'm not really a fan of is her skirt piece. I don't know, there's just something about it that I really don't like. I think it's like too rubbery, and like you can just spin it around and, you know, there's something off about it, and I'm trying to put my finger on it, but like I said, it is really rubbery. It doesn't sit well on the figure. I don't know, it's really hard to say. Another minor gripe I have about the figure is her face. Renee Young has a really nice face, but this face is kind of Joker-y, if you know what I mean. Like that really big grinning. I don't know, it just doesn't fit the figure. I mean, does it look like Renee Young? I guess if you were to cover up everything but the eyes, yes, but then when you get here, kind of looks like the Joker. And everyone says that, so I don't know, maybe just have her smiling without the teeth would have been better for this figure. Her hair is sculpted nicely. It's not really soft, but it's not really hard. It's kind of in between. But you can move her head fine. Just note that her hair will scrape the top of her clothing here, and like I said, her torso is all sculpted detail. I remember I was having a conversation with one of my viewers saying that they don't have money for sculpting like Paige's attire, but then you look at figures like Renee Young, you look at Stephanie McMahon, and how they have unique sculpt pieces to them, and you know, this is the kind of detail I think they need for all their diva figures. Like, get rid of that, what is it, Michelle McCool, Mickie James torso, throw that out and start sculpting, you know, the actual clothing on the females. That would really make it look nice. Something I will point out is that, let's see if I can't show this off, is that she is black plastic painted flesh tone, and although it's kind of hard to tell on her, some parts are quite noticeable, especially when you see that it's a little fuzzy along her neckline. But like I said, it's not too noticeable, and I don't know if it's like that for all Renee Young figures. This was the only one I was able to track down. But anyway, she's not wearing anything on her legs, but she does have those boots that I was talking about. You can see the belts do have the little gold loops painted. So really nice. And her skirt, I guess it's okay. There is some minor detail right here on the sides. So I guess it's pretty good. Is it a reuse from Lana? Maybe. I have to go see the Lana figure I have, but I don't think it's a reuse. Okay, moving the camera out so we can go on to her articulation. She has a ball jointed head, but it really doesn't work that well, but you can have her move up and down, left and right, as well as some slight head bobble. Arms on a ball joint go out. The right one is like really stiff, but yeah, goes out. Does a full 360, spins at the bicep, single jointed at the elbow, spins at the wrist. She has this really nice torso crunch which moves forward and back pretty well, side to side. Again, don't like this waist cut, but you can actually hide it on Renee Young so it doesn't look too stupid. It's still, you can see the edge of it, but like I said, if you have her skirt positioned properly, moving her waist does hide, or the skirt will hide that ugly cut. And then her skirt is like really rubbery, and that is a problem with this figure because you really can't get her. She has full range of movement in her legs. You can go do the splits, forward, back, as well as spin at the thigh. But her skirt just is so rubbery, you really can't do anything. Like you saw, it just springs her legs back. It's pretty much like Lana's. But yeah, she has full range of movement. Legs go forward, back, out. Swivels at the thigh. Single jointed at the knee. Spins at the boot. And has a boot hinge, which doesn't work too well, but you don't really need Renee Young in dynamic poses because she's just an announcer, and pretty much you're just going to have her standing around holding a microphone. But that's going to do it for Renee Young, so what I'm going to do now is move on to my final thoughts, then we'll wrap up this review, so sit tight everyone. And so here we have Renee Young posed for my final thoughts. Overall, really interesting figure. Was not really expecting Mattel to give us someone like Renee Young. I know Jakks would give us like outrageous characters like Coach and Jim Ross and the King. Really glad Mattel is actually spreading out and giving us more figures than just wrestlers. We are getting like managers and stuff like that. So overall, really nice figure. I think her torso could have been done a little better if it was flesh colored with a black painted on, but that's just me. And I guess for what it is, it still looks nice. I kind of wish she did come with a microphone, although I know there are some Renee Youngs with a clenched fist, so that kind of ruins, having her in your collection if she can't hold a microphone. And then the skirt piece does, I don't know, I don't know what they could have done with her, but the skirt piece just isn't doing it for me, and that's just me. If you like it, more power to you, but I personally do not. But I was able to find her at Toys R Us along with Finn Balor, and she was $9.99. That's essentially what you're paying for basic figures. If you can find Renee Young and you feel like you need her in your collection, go ahead and pick her up. If not, it's okay to pass on this figure because she's not really a wrestler. She's more of a backstage personnel. But overall, I really do recommend her, and this is King of Dragons 5000. Don't forget to check out all my other wrestling figure reviews, as well as all the other reviews on my channel. If there's a figure out there you would like me to review, just go ahead and let me know, and I'll see if I can find it or if it fits in my collection. But until next time, guys, I'll see you later, and thanks for watching. Take care, everyone.
My dream